So yeah, look over the script. All of you have the ability to add notes to the script. Okay. To like add a note on the side if you know to do that. So feel free to add a note for Aiden, or for Jordan, for anybody on the writers team. If you see something that you feel like should be changed, or amended, or added, or clarified, or whatever. Other than that, our script is just about locked. And actually looks like Aiden has added some things too. Wow. Okay, Aiden, you really cleaned this up. Yeah, the script is much more clean. Everything is, the stage direction is a lot clearer. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Okay, cool. Makes me think we should maybe do one more read through. Yeah, why don't we do a read through? Because even though I want to implement stuff, we'll have time to implement, but we're going to do a read through real quick, okay? So, Nevea, are you available mic wise to do a read through? Possibly? I know you're like in a whole moving situation right now.
Yeah.
You're available? Okay, cool. All right. All right. So let's do we're gonna do one more read through just because we do have script changes. I'll present my screen. Everybody has the link. Follow along. We're going to read the finished script. This is our one and final read through before we actually do recording and we get the whole intro to the game done. And then what I hope to do is at the end of this class, kind of create the widget that's going to hold this kind of stuff and the display of their dialogue through subtitles and things like that. All right. So, Mario, you ready?
Yeah.
James, are you ready? James Dennis, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. All set.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Just like before, guys, I'll read the stage directions, and you guys will read the lines. Beginning now, our final read through of our game. Voice of the Deranged Game Dialogue Script. Voice of the Deranged. That's a cool title. Okay. Characters and dialogue. Man mentally ill, stuttering and rambling, difficulty saying coherent, clear sentences, progressively deteriorates voice and literature. The woman, the therapist, calm and strong, demeanor, clear voice. The creature, raspy and dysphonic, can't breathe, talk while breathing out. Note, keep these character summaries in mind while acting, and feel free to add or change or improvise the lines that was given to add to the dialogue. Don't feel nervous, you'll do great. And based on our other read-throughs, I completely agree. You guys are awesome. Kid, just scream help. Charlize, you're going to be our kid, okay? You're our understudy, all right? So the kid has a couple lines, I think, where they scream help. So that'll be Charlize. Anchorman. Who wants to be the anchorman on this one? That's at the very end, the news part. You know what? Jovan, are you available to do that? I know that you mentioned something about voice acting. Let's have Jovan, if you can. I'll have you be the anchorman. All right. Let's begin. Default dialogue is supposed to play on top of the
How many
player.
lines are there for the anchorman?
Why is what? Sorry, what's that?
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Okay, you're the anchorman. Default dialogue is supposed to play on top of the player / audio, similar to Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and game dialogue is audio within the current level world. Starting screen dialogue on blackness.
I see you're doing better.
Yeah.
Have you been taking your medications that your doctor prescribed you? The antipsychotic pills? Well, Dell, Mr. Dell, you've been told that it's not good if you don't take them. You're in this situation because you...
I know. I'm sorry. I have been taking them exactly how the doctor said, twice a day.
Okay. We called you here because we want to know about the accident a week ago. Do you remember anything? Anything at all?
Um, I think it was.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Relax and think. What did you see?
I was in my car.
Game fades in. Now we're playing.
I got out. I was in a large parking lot of some kind. No cars, from what I remember.
You told us you saw a forest too, right? Why did you walk it? Did you walk to it?
The forest. He told me to go.
Who told you?
The voice. He told me to go. He told me to go.
The voice in game from within the forest. Audio is simultaneously played as the man whispers and fades. This is the voice.
Come here. Save them. Come save them. They need you.
Starting screen dialogue end. Game continues. Now with some playing, and now we have the clothing event dialogue. Finding the bloody clothing.
So you found a piece of a dress, is that right?
You think I'm lying? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
What about her?
That piece was from the dress I bought my daughter for her birthday. I knew it was hers. There was a trail of blood. I follow it. He told me to.
They look her lovely dress, his beloved hat, her daughter, her son needs help. Hurry, they'll see you. Hurry, or they'll catch you.
Clothing event dialogue end. Creatures now chase the player. Sirens can be heard in the far distance. I like that detail. Found house event. Now you find the cabin. Creatures no longer are chasing the player.
Okay. Relax and breathe. You found the cabin and
I heard them screaming. My family, my daughter, my son.
Oh yeah, I'm the child, aren't I? Go away! Someone help!
I ran inside to get away from those things, and I locked the door. I had to find them. I had to find my kid.
Now in game.
Where are you?
Go away! Someone help me!
Don't worry, I'm helping. I'm coming.
Found house event dialogue end. Now player tries to enter the basement dialogue in game.
The door is locked by the key.
Help me! Help!
I'm here. The door is locked. I'm going to find the key.
Player tries to enter basement dialogue end. Attic is now unlocked. Found basement key event dialogue. One creature now hunts player. This is in game.
Have you no haste? Hurry to the basement. Help them. Help them with this. Kills the danger. Save them.
I don't want to kill.
It's the only way. One has entered the home. Kill the intruder and save your family.
Found basement key event dialogue end. If player tries to enter the basement without killing creature dialogue in game.
It doesn't work. The key, it does not fit.
Kill the danger. It has the key. Take it from it.
When player tries to enter the basement after killing creature dialogue, fades to black, show animation of falling down steps. Now the man in game.
I'm here. Where are you? Oh,
You fell down the stairs? Your kids, what happened to them? What exactly happened to them?
I think I hit my head and blacked.
Yeah, we know that, but do you remember about your daughter or your son?
When I woke up, it was quiet and I felt blood dripping from my head. They weren't there.
You let them kill them, and the rest of his family. They died too.
Good writing.
Go away.
Hey, relax. Just tell me what happened next. We're almost done here. You were alone in the house. Then what?
I looked around.
Basement entrance dialogue end. Game fades in. Now we're playing. When player exits basement dialogue, sirens can be heard from the distance.
Those things were wearing my family's clothes, my son's cap, and my daughter's dress.
Look, they killed them. Kill them. Kill the imposters.
When player kills all creatures, sirens start to get closer, more distorted. The voice in game.
Good. Good. They are dead.
Fades to black slowly. Flashing lights can be seen in the distance. Thud sound effect.
You killed them? The ones in your family's clothes?
Yeah.
When we found you, 3 dead were next to you. Do you know who they were?
He told me to do it. It was his fault.
When player exits basement dialogue / when player kills all creatures dialogue end. News headline dialogue. TV turn on, panning forward onto anchor woman. Audio is heavily distorted and static.
Thank you, Rachel. Now on today's news, a loving father and now a family killer. 34-year-old stabbed and killed in a mental panic attack. I think he took the saying "love kills" too literally. Goodbye, Mr. Dell.
Nice. Oh my gosh. News headline dialogue and TV turns off. And Finn. Everybody, give it up for our voice actors. You guys did incredible. Once again, 3rd run through. Great job, guys. And I just want to say, too, man, James, I love your dedication to the character. Keep it up. And Charlize, I'm adding you to the... Well, actually, no, I've added you already. Just got to double check because, Charlize, I will have you be both the kids from the basement, because we do need the dialogue, and the anchor woman at the end, so, which is great. So you'll be doing those voices, and that'll be tomorrow at 2 p.m. that we're recording that. That works for you, right? You'll be there, Charlize? I know you will.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there, but I'm just gonna keep in mind that I might be watching the Nintendo Direct alongside with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for Nintendo Direct. Once I show out the Smash announcement, I'll go back right to here.
Okay, we gotta block out time for us to read. All right. Anyway, yeah, great work, guys. Aiden, our writer, says good work, actors. Completely agree. Aiden, the only thing I think this last part could maybe be a little. I love everything about it, and I don't want to ask any more rewrites. Just this last part for the news. It's so quick. I think he took the saying "love kills" too literally. I feel like that's something they wouldn't say on the news, or if they did, it would be delivered with more tact. But I also I don't know what you guys think. It could even be maybe like another voice, so like maybe a man's voice. The other anchor is like, I think they say, I think he took saying "love kills" too literally, like just so it's not coming from the same person who's reporting literally a horrible murder and then making a wisecrack about it. I'm kind of like, I don't know, what dystopian Batman world that would be, allowed on the news or whatever. And it's the only thing I would change or finagle with. But based on your incredible rewrites, Aiden, I'm not even going to tell you how to do it. You do you, because I'm so happy with the script. I think we all are. So that would be my one constructive suggestion, potentially. Fantastic. So we'll be meeting tomorrow, me, the actors, the writers, at 2 p.m. from probably expected to be maybe from 2 to 3:30. I'm thinking an hour and a half will give us enough time. I'm also going to do a breakout session with just the actors, not even me, just the actors, to go over this today, just a few more times so that you guys can kind of pick out your key moments. So for our asynchronous time at 11:40, I'm going to send Nevaeh, Charlize, Mario, and James into their own session just to work out the acting and stuff. It'll just be for the actors, so you can go through it a few more times on your own. All right, so I'm presenting my screen. We don't have a lot of time left, but here's where we're at. We have this thing called a horror engine, and this is what we'll be basing all of the game's interactability, like things like this, off of. Obviously, we need that forest. We've got concept art coming from Jordan mostly, although I welcome concept art from all you guys. Right now, what I'm most concerned, or I guess interested in, is kind of setting up the system so that when we're ready to deliver the dialogue lines, we can do so simply and easily. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make what's called a structure that will hold the recorded voice line, the text is supposed to be shown on screen for the voice line. That might be it, and maybe anything else, but we'll be able to start transferring all of Aiden's lines and everything into a data table. I guess the person speaking that line will be also something in there. So when you want to make a data table, kind of like an Excel sheet, it's really useful for a whole bunch of things, and that's where we're kind of transfuse the script into this readable format for our widgets and on-screen kind of dialogue. This is kind of the way to do it. So S underscore, we're going to name this dialogue data. Okay, we're going to open this up. Let's start with, we're going to make this called the dialogue line and make that of the type text. We're going to take what's called an audio, actually sound bass is what we want. That's not like bass, like different type of bass. This is BSE. Okay, it's the bass class of all sounds. So I could put in a wave file here. I could take in James Creature stuff, but put in a sound cue, distort it a little bit, add a little echo to it or something, and then reference that here. So sound bass is really what you want to use whenever you're doing any kind of sound-related stuff in Unreal. So we'll just name this recorded VO is usually what we call that. VO means voiceover. You see that for short. I also am going to do something real quick. We're going to make an enum, which is going to be all of our speaking characters. So E characters, because there's actually quite a few. There's like the kids in the basement, right? There's a few. So we're going to make our first one, let's say Mr. Dell. We'll make our second one, we'll just put woman, because remember, when we're going to display this stuff on screen, we don't want to say, hey, therapist, this guy's clearly crazy, right? We don't know that yet. So just say woman. When it shows up on screen, it'll say woman talking, man talking. In fact, I'm going to put man as well instead of Mr. Dell. We find that out in the script. But, we're also going to put in the voice. This is James's part. Then we're going to put in boy, and then possibly girl as well. And I'm sure Lisa will be playing both those parts. And then we have the news anchor. Am I forgetting anything? I think those are all our speaking roles. We could always add more. So recorded VO, sound base. Okay, now we're gonna add this, and this is gonna be our characters in them. Okay, which is great. And let's just reorder this, or let's do this character. So character, text, and then the actual dialogue to play. Okay, I think that's all we need right now. Yeah, so now if we made, for example, I'm going to go to blueprints, or not blueprints, you're going to find data tables and miscellaneous. We'll go to data table, and we're going to set this to our struct that we just made called as dialogue. Two came, it's the same thing. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to name this the... what's the name of this game? Aiden put a really great name. I love it. Voice of the Deranged. Okay. I think that's a great title. I know we talked about that. We're floating a couple ideas. So Voice of the Deranged. Voice of the Deranged dialogue. And now I'll be able to go into here. And we can add a line. Okay. And we can say, all right, this line belongs to the man, the woman, the voice, the character, right? And we can take the script and again, this is all so that we make our lives easier and organizationally more professional later, because the way an amateur would probably do this, you know, who had been doing Unreal for a short period of time or a reasonable amount of time, but not long, would be they make a widget and then they do text, and then for the next line they make a whole other widget and they do text, right? And then you're going to end up literally with a separate widget for each of these, and that doesn't make sense. The way that someone kind of at a mid-level would do it probably is they'd make just the text there, but they have a variable and they'd be changing that variable, but they'd be doing that all in blueprints and stuff, which is also too much. The way that we're going to do it is we're going to have all of the dialogue in this Excel sheet, essentially, and then the code can read that, right? And what's great is whenever we add something to the Excel sheet, I can take, Mario's voice line and, set it there, and then it knows to play that for this line that's typed out exactly like that for that character that's been specified for this. So it's really useful to kind of do this thing. So, for example, the first line right here starts with man, or actually no, this would be, starts with woman. Starting screen, blackness, right? So I would change this to woman, and I would copy over, I see you're doing better, okay? And that's it, that's one line. And then I click the plus button. Now, if I had Nevaeh's dialogue, I would also set the dialogue to the line that we recorded for her. Since we don't have that yet, we'll just hit plus, right? And now the next line is for the man. And we'll put, yeah, that's the line. Next one is the woman talking. Woman. Boom. Okay, and we're just going to go through that and kind of like copy and paste this over. And I'll do that now, and I'll do that right now, leave it on the live stream. If you guys want to stay on and watch and talk about it as we go through it, you can. But if not, I'm okay with you jumping off. The only thing I'm going to do right now, since it is 45, is I'm going to break out our voice actors so they can rehearse together for however long they need into a breakout session. So everybody else just stay on for a second, and then I'll dismiss you. So... doing it tomorrow at 2 p.m. So I am breaking out James, Mario, Nevea, and Charlize into their own acting group. If we were going to have two news people, Jovan, do you think you could be a second news person? I could be the guy that says the quote. Sure. All right, I'm gonna throw Jovan into there. All right, this is just a call breakout session for the actors. So James, Jovan, Mario, Nevea, and Charlize, you're gonna be sucked out of this room and have your own room. Go have fun rehearsing. Come up with the best ways that you think you could deliver, the expressions of the character. But I think you guys have been doing great and get more familiar with the script. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. There they go. Everybody else on here, if you want to stay on and chill out with me as I copy these over, it's only going to be maybe 5 minutes. But if not, that's fine too. You guys can leave. And other than that, come Thursday with your best behavior. Admin will be watching us work, and that's going to be really cool. All right. Stay on if you want. If not, you're excused. You too, Matthew. Good job, Nate. Comfortably numb. You got it. And if you guys want to talk to me while I do this, I can hold a conversation. This is pretty, menial work. Make sure you hit enter after entering the next line. For those of you on the live stream, I'm going to add another character called Null, which basically is a non-entity, non-character, but what it's going to do is allow me to put a line here and set it to be no character, and then I can kind of say, all right, scene change. I can put the stage direction in here. And in my code, I could just say, hey, always ignore anything that's coming from the character Null, and then it will. So that's why I'm doing that. Makes you appreciate how much work it must have been to write all this when you're copying it over and you're like, man, it's taking a long time. All I'm doing is copying it over. And another opportunity to put stage direction comes in. So we'll change that one to null. I'm not going to copy every little stage direction, but well, the voice in-game from within the forest. Audio is simulated. Yeah, I'm going to leave that in because I may need to see that. So this is our next guy, the voice. This is disembodied voice. All right. Another null. All right, now we got our clothing event dialog. So let's do a little space there and just put nothing, and then we'll go to the next one. That way we can kind of see, okay, that's a new section of the game, because really this is the end to the first beginning part. All right, clothing event dialog. Starting with the woman. They have it labeled kid. I just put boy. So let's actually change. I'm gonna take out boy and girl. We'll just have kid. And we'll do this as a separate one. all one line. Okay. This is why it's so good to have enums, because if I didn't, if I was just, I'll put in text for each thing. I'll be typing in man and man and man and the voice and woman every single time I'm doing this. And then you can imagine if I want to use that for code, sure, I could search for, did they put in man, woman, but what if I misspelled the voice because I keep having to copy it over? So just having a drop down like this, very, very nice. All right. Yeah, no, that's right. Man, I don't want to kill. And the voice goes next. And then that ends the dialogue there. Man, I have some very talented students. Jeez. I had no idea they'd be this good at writing and at following through on the writing. I should say Aiden. Very impressed. But also just the voice actors. Everybody's down. I remember when I was in high school, I was so nervous to do anything like that. But they're just natural. All right. Oh, I usually like to put the in-game next, so that'll be on a null line.
Hey, Mr. George. Oh.
Hey, man, jump back in. What's up?
I guess I clicked something wrong.
You just came back to me alone in a room talking to myself. What's that?
I said I'm gonna go back to the breakout because we were just about to start rehearsal.
Oh, okay. Oh, you guys are just talking about it right now or something?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm getting.
James
I have most of the lines.
commanding
Sorry, go ahead.
James is commanding the squad.
Oh, really? Is it going okay? Do I need to come over there and like help at all? I'm trying to give you guys your space too. Do I need to go over there and organize?
I think you're okay. I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks, man. I hope it goes well. Thanks. Let me know. Look, I almost got it. Oh, and he's gone. All right. In game. Here we go. Where was I? Okay, I think we're on like the last scene. Although I need to add an empty line here because that's how I was doing it. Put that over. You came back, didn't you?
I had a question.
Okay.
Who played the main character?
Mario.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just making sure.
He's in, right? He's in the group?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. It looks like the last line, Aiden is already editing, or has edited, which is great. So we'll just put it in as is. He's editing it as we speak. Well, Aiden, you may need to. I'll need to do adjustments on this anyway, because the actor might say something that is different. They might improvise, which is great and encouraged. But then we'll take, we don't want to display an old line on screen with whatever they go over. So now look at this, 83 lines of dialogue. Oh my gosh, amazing class this is. I know no one can hear this because I'm just streaming and no one watches the streams, but I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed and proud of a lot of you guys. So good on you. Keep it up. All right, I'm be closing out this meet now. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out, Seas Crest.